Hello viewers, hope you're doing well. Today in this video, I'm going to call get all polls, get my polls, and delete poll API in React application. So let's get started. As you can see, a component for create poll. From this component, let me copy this use state for loading. With the use state, let me copy this use snack bar hook. Let me add inside the component of view my polls. Let me put here use state and the use snack bar from notice stack. With this, I'm going to define the use state for polls. After defining the use states, let me copy the function from create poll. So the function that we have handle submit. Let me copy this function. Let me add inside this component. So first I'm going to update the function name that we have, fetch data. So it will be a use callback function. From the argument of this function, let me remove this event. Let me add here an empty dependency array. Now inside this function, first we have to call here the use state set loading to set the value true. Inside the try block, we have to call the function from poll service that we have get my polls. Let me remove this object from the argument. Now we have to import this function from poll service. After getting the API response, we have to check here the status. If a status is 200, then we have to call here the use state set polls. Inside the argument of this, we have to pass here response.data. Inside the catch block, we have to show here an error snack bar with the caption getting error while fetching polls, and the finally block that will use to set the loading state value to false. We have to pass here enqueue snack bar inside the dependency array. Now we have to call this function inside the use effect hook. Let me put here use effect. After calling get my polls endpoint, I'm going to setting up the function for delete poll. Let me get the function from create poll component. Let me add here after the use effect hook. First, I'm going to update the function name that we have handle delete poll. Inside the argument, it will get poll ID. Inside this function, first we have to set here loading state value true. Inside the try block, we have to call the function from poll service that we have delete poll. Inside the argument of this function, we have to pass here poll ID. As you can see, the implementation of delete poll by ID function inside the poll service. After calling the function, we have to show here snack bar with the caption poll deleted successfully. Let me remove this if condition. The catch block will show the error snack bar with the caption getting error while deleting poll, and the finally block that will use to set the loading state value to false. After deleting the poll, we have to call here the function fetch data to get the updated polls from server. Now you can take a look of a view my polls component. After that, I'm going to call get all polls endpoint in dashboard component. So let me copy this implementation. Let me open here dashboard component. We have to call here the endpoint get all polls. Let me put here use state, use snack bar, use callback, use effect. Now let's navigate to the browser. As you can see, the network tab with the status code we got 200 OK on API get all polls. On the response tab, we're getting here the polls. Now let's navigate to the my polls page. On my polls page, we're getting here the error use callback is not defined. Let me put this. Now as you can see, the status code we got 200 OK on my polls endpoint. That's all for now from my side. Thanks for watching.